our first guest launched one of the most iconic TV characters of the 70s when he starred as Frank Poncherello on Chips. We welcome to Afternoon Live the one and only Erik Estrada. Welcome.
Hola.
Thank you for being here.
Estoy encantado de estar aquí con ustedes, toda tu gente.
Viene too. That's about all I got.
I thought this was the Puerto Rican Plumbers Association luncheon. Sorry.
We have it all for you. Whatever
Okay.
you need.
Okay.
Thank you for being here. We're so happy to have you in Portland this weekend.
Yes.
You're here for the Roadster show, and we'll get to that, but we're going to talk about you first.
Okay.
And your iconic career.
Oh, thank you. Iconic.
We have to start with Ponch and Chips.
Okay. I almost didn't get the role because NBC, 9 years prior to that, NBC saw me as a murderer of a priest in Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
Burned a building in Kojak. I was a heroin addict in Mannix. I was an arrogant tennis player in medical center, and all the rest of it in Beretta. I was in jail, and so, but the creator of the show saw something in me that would fit the character Poncherello. Well, actually, it was Poncherelli. When I got the role, I said, why do I have to play Italian? Let me play Hispanic American, which I am, Puerto Rican American.
Yeah.
And so I was the first 8 o'clock primetime family hour show to have a guy with, you know, in a positive role image.
That's really special.
Yeah.
You're part of history.
Well, yeah. After me came Jimmy Smits, Eddie Olmos, Hector Lozano. You know, it was great. It was great. But yeah, so NBC says, no. And the creator says, well, let's put him in a uniform. Let's sit him on a bike, and let's have him do a monologue. And I did a monologue, and bang, I got it. Because once you saw me in uniform, you saw a good guy.
There you go.
That was,
and your two worlds combined, because you really did dream of being a police officer before the acting thing ever became a part of your life.
Always wanted to be a cop since I was 4, because my mom dated a cop after she fired my dad. And she dated a cop, and I love this guy.
Yeah.
He was a CSI detective, New York City.
Wow.
And I would go through his briefcase and look at the pictures that, you know, of all the crimes.
Wow.
And I saw knives and throats.
That's heavy stuff.
Eyeballs hanging out. And I said, wow, I want to do this. I want to catch the person that did this. You know?
Right.
That was my attitude. And he was just a really good guy, and I loved him. You know, him and my grandfather, I loved them both.
Yeah.
Only 2 men in my life I ever loved.
What a great full circle story, though, because you're still involved with law enforcement to this day.
Yes, I wanted to be at CHP, but I was too old. They don't take anybody over 32, and that's a cutoff date, and they don't do reserves.
Okay.
So
at 33, they told you.
They told me no.
Take a hike.
So I went on with the career and did, as a matter of fact, the #1 longest rated, highest rated, longest running telenovela
ever
on this network, Univision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ever to this day.
Yeah. It's still #1.
Yeah.
After 29 years.
That's incredible.
I did it 29 years ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to read or speak Spanish well enough because I grew up, I was always in the streets, you know, shining shoes. I always had a gig after school because we lived on welfare, and I wanted to bring money home to my mom and stuff. Anyway, so, yeah, there it is. Dun, 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 dun. So I just chased a career, and the show was great, the Latin thing, and then I finally got the opportunity to go Muncie, Indiana, and become a reserve. And I stayed with them for 3 years, but I would roll up on a house on a call, and most of the calls, and I'm in uniform, and I've got a taser, because I took the taser shot at the academy.
Okay.
Don't ever get tased.
Ooh, no. I'd rather not.
It really blows. Don't ever get tased. And people would be outside my squad car when I come out to want to take selfie and pictures.
That must have been challenging for you.
So I stopped that, and so I opted for grave shift at night.
Yeah.
You know, and that was worse because you have to go into bars.
Yeah.
You got to pull people over in the middle of the night.
Oh man.
It's very dangerous, very spooky.
Okay.
So then I got away from that, and I went to Bedford County, Virginia Sheriff's Department to help Sheriff Mike Brown, who's retired now, because he showed me some things with children, and I said, I want to do this work, and he says, well, if you give me a year to train you, fine, and I'll check your schooling in Muncie, Indiana, PD, And so I lasted with him 8 years.
Okay.
When he retired, I left the unit there because there were a couple of Richards in my team that I didn't like.
Okay.
And I figured, let me get away from them. And I went over.
Erik.
Well, Richard, you know Richard.
I know Richard.
And you know how Richards are.
They are.
So I split from there and went over to Frederick County, Virginia.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm in Frederick County now.
There you are. Look at you. The real deal.
And I work ICAC,
Okay.
Internet Crimes Against Children. I'm an investigator.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You put in the work all this time.
Yeah, 15 total years
Yeah.
so far.
That's
and
incredible.
I don't get paid.
Right.
I don't take money.
Yeah.
It's my passion.
Well, how do you find the time because you're so busy traveling for all this
Well,
other
I've gotten
great
to
work
the
that you
point,
do?
I don't have to do the internet anymore.
Okay.
I gotten to the point where the sheriff will buzz me and say, okay, we're going to do a roundup.
Okay.
That means we got probable cause to go knock on your door
Sure.
because you crossed the line on the internet.
Yeah.
In a chat room. And Virginia's very strict about
Oh, good.
that.
Okay.
And so we go to your house, we grab you, and we grab everything, every TV, and look for anything else, because every count is a 5-year mandatory sentence.
Okay.
And you get a slick lawyer who gets you out of it.
Yeah.
So we want to bring in so much proof of this and that behavior and that
Right.
behavior. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's only
And
part of
that's
your
fun.
life now, though, right? You're so busy.
Yeah.
You go to all these conventions all the time. You're just
Yeah.
telling me your schedule for the next
I gotta
month.
be
You've got like
busy.
5 different cities coming up.
Yeah. I got to be busy. It's just the way I am.
But you love
I
it.
did
It's
the
so
Latin.
fun.
So when I was 62, I was asked to do the Latin Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
right?
fun.
In Miami, on this network,
Uh-huh.
and I turned them down. And then on Spanish talk shows, like an afternoon show like
Yeah.
this, they start talking about, oh, Erik Estrada, we asked him to be on the show, and he didn't want to.
Oh, no.
And my mother saw it.
Oh, no.
And then my mother calls me and goes, Papo. Papo's my...
You got busted by your mom.
Yeah, she said, how come you're not going to do this show? I said, Ma, too old. I'm tired, Ma. Come on, do you know what that takes?
Yeah.
So she said, mijo, please do it, because all my friends are saying, where's your son? We
Yeah.
don't see him on TV no more. And
Can't say no to mom.
you know, so I said, okay, Ma. I got my manager to call him up, say, okay, Estrada agrees to do it. So I figured I'd do the show, get
Yeah.
on for a week, and get kicked off.
Yeah.
And look, Ma, sorry. You know, but I got on there, and everybody was like way younger than me.
Okay.
And I said, oh man, I could take these guys.
Yeah, of course.
And I came in third. I wiped
Come
all
on.
yeah. But I lost 27 pounds.
Right, it's so much physical work. It's so demanding.
And I have sleep deprivation.
Okay.
Because I'd get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And then I'd stand there and say, wait
Cha-cha.
a minute, rehearsal that move. Let me do that move. And I'm there in the bathroom dancing with the soap for 2 hours before. And then I got to try to go back to sleep to get
Yeah.
up to go to rehearsal. And the difference between the Latino Dancing with the Stars and the American is that in the American one, you have one partner.
Oh.
So if you can't do this,
Okay.
they adjust to you so that you can do something,
Oh my
you know.
gosh.
But in the Latino, I had like 7 different partners because you have to do the dance of Colombia, the dance of Spain.
Okay.
And they're all different. The
They're all
cumbia,
different.
the pachanga, the merengue.
Oh, such gorgeous dances.
The tango.
But really, really challenging.
Very challenging because you
Okay.
have to be spot on. You can't ad lib. You can't.
No, there's
know.
no room for error.
No.
Oh my goodness. But of
Yeah.
course you went that far. Of course you were at the top.
Yeah, well, because it turned into a challenge to me personally.
Well, you have the work ethic to stick it out.
Well, yes. You figure, when I was 5 years old, I used to sell snow cones in Spanish Harlem with my grandfather, right?
There you
know,
go.
shaved ice.
Yeah.
So I'm a workaholic.
Hey, I heard a story about you. Tell me if this is true. In your neighborhood growing up, you actually witnessed part of the filming of West Side Story.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh my
I lived in
goodness.
that neighborhood where they shot West Side, the original West Side
That's
Story.
incredible.
Yes.
What was that like when you saw that
Well,
as
I
a
looked
kid?
at it and said, look at these. What kind of a gang is this? Look at that.
They're dancing.
What's all this?
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
I watched them film. The opening, you know, at the beginning, go,
Yes. Wow, that gives
Something
me
like that.
chills. But you probably didn't know
no,
what
I
you were
didn't know what
looking
it
at.
was. I was just watching. And it was great. I mean, but I was like blown away, all these guys. And then they start dancing and I went, whoa, what kind of gang is this?
Right, right. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you have a new renovation show.
Yeah, I do
Gosh,
have.
you're so busy.
I have a show. We're gonna do 14 days of the 3rd season real soon in Long Island, I believe.
Okay.
It's a show called Divine Renovation. It's streaming on 7 platforms right now.
Wow.
Tubi, all those platforms. You can find it easy. 2nd season will be on Amazon and Google or
And you
the
help
other
a
one.
lot of families.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of veterans. We do a lot of first responders.
Yeah.
We have, we do handicapped children. Will come into the house, and if their bathroom is not suitable and convenient for
Right.
movement for a child that's in a wheelchair, can't get to his bathroom without going through obstacles, we'll put a ramp that'll bring him into his bathroom, which is bigger and better, more
Yeah.
applicable to his needs.
Yeah.
We take a veteran we had one firefighter named David. Oh my God, I missed his birthday. His birthday's March 11th.
Okay.
Oh,
David, March 11th.
I'm gonna call you. Wish you
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Okay.
He was
Happy
a-
birthday, David.
Happy birthday. David. He's a firefighter. We went in and gave him a new floor. We took his backyard so he could take his wheelchair, move around. We cemented it.
Wow.
And then we have, I do the show because it's good for my soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so wonderful that you can use your powers for good.
I'm not gonna stop.
No, you can't stop.
Even when I'm dead, I still be active.
You will.
I'm coming to visit you, baby. No.
Okay, we're going to
Just
take
kidding.
a quick break. Don't go away. Erik is staying with us, and coming up next, we will get to look at this year's Portland Roadster Show. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.